and I'm here with Graham Wickham, President and CEO of Wickham Financial and Insurance Services. And we are back in a new year, 2023, and we're starting off with our first weekly wrap-up of the year. Graham, I guess the first thing we want to do is talk about what a wild and crazy market we saw in 2022. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I think you summed it up. Wild and crazy, right? The S&P experienced at least a 1% daily drop. Get this, 63 times in 22. That's the fourth most in 50 years. So tremendous volatility, right? I mean, we had a lot going on. You know, we had a war breaking out. We got the Fed raising interest rates, inflation's high, so on and so forth. But you know, how did the markets kind of end up? We saw the S&P off about 19%. We saw the NASDAQ with that tech trade, that very volatile growth side of the market, off about 33%, Dow off about 9%. We saw the Russell 2000 off about 21%. So yeah, all the averages ended down, fourth straight week for the equity markets. You know, what did work? Energy, right? Value, staples, utilities. We talked about it all year long. Boring is good, right? And that's what worked. What didn't work? Classic criminals, right? Technology, high growth areas, consumer discretionary, you know, all those areas that they did not work last year. But energy was the banner. I think energy was up about 58% last year. So another great year. We saw yields really pop up a lot this past year because the Fed's raising interest rates, kind of trying to tamp down this high inflationary environment that we're in. I think we saw the quickest pace ever in interest rate hikes by a federal open market committee. So just tremendous moves last year. Internationally, we really saw something interesting happen. We saw China open up, take off that extremely restrictive COVID policy and basically open it up. Now that is causing some concerns on international travel. So I think there are going to be some COVID testing and some things that are going to be required after China opened up. But you said it, it was a wild year. Let's look forward to 2023, right?
That's right. So I guess we can just close the chapter there. And now let's turn the page and look at 2023 and pull out your crystal ball and tell us what you're predicting for this upcoming year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a show me year. I think we talked about it as a team as we were wrapping up last year, getting ready for this new one. It's going to be a show me year. You know, the Fed wants to see that the efforts that they've taken with interest rates and the restrictive policy they have is going to bring down inflation. We need to see that we're not going to be in a deep protracted recession, which we do not feel we are. I do want to make that clear. We do think that earnings are going to slow. That's already in the cards. But we don't think they're going to slow down so dramatically that pushes us in a deep protracted recession. We think bonds still look a bit more attractive than stocks in a risk-adjusted standpoint, but it's all about balance, right? Keeping a diversified portfolio of high-quality investments this year could be a very good year. If we see the Fed blink, we saw inflation coming down, we got earnings holding up. Listen, any year since World War II, when the S&P was down 1% or more, the preceding year, it was up 15%. So, you know, I'm not going to look at the crystal ball and say we're going to be up 15%, but that doesn't mean we have to have a terrible year. I think it's going to be a show me year. So stay with high quality investments, stay diversified. You know, we'll get right through this next year. I would estimate a bit better than 22.
Hope so. Well, thank you so much, Graham.
Yeah.
And thank you to our viewers for joining us today. One thing I do want to point out is that we have our first retirement planning class of the year scheduled for the end of this month. So if you or someone you know is at or near retirement age and you are ready to learn the A to Z about the retirement planning process, check out our multi-day class. You can find out more information on our website or on social media, or give us a call. We'll be happy to provide the details. We'd love to see you in class. Thanks so much, everybody, and Happy New Year. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.